do you do together with your family?
My family eats
Together. Do you have your Reach textbook ready?
Hi, good morning everybody. I'm here with my fan. Do you know why? It's because of what we're talking about this week. Do you remember what a fan can make? Did you say wind? Very good. Let's look at our language of the day. Can you read the question? What can a strong wind do? What can a strong wind do? Do you know? A strong wind can... Hey, we read a story yesterday that helps answer this question. Do you remember the name of the story? The story is called I Face the Wind. Let's look at the story. Look at page 78. Have you ever felt a strong wind? Do you remember some of the things that the strong wind can do in the story? What about here? What does the strong wind do to the girl's hair? The strong wind blows her hair, doesn't it? A strong wind can blow our hair and push it back from our face. What else can a strong wind do? Look again at the picture. What is blowing away from the girl's head? It's a hat. That's right. A strong wind can blow our hat away. Look at the next page. Page 81. What else can a strong wind do? Do you see here? A strong wind can make flags stick out straight and flutter. Let's look at that. Can a strong wind really do that? Here's my flag. Wow! The strong wind can make my flag stick out and flutter. Is there one more thing a strong wind can do? Look at page 82. Look at page 82. What else can a strong wind do? A strong wind can make the leaves on the trees shake. Look at this picture. What are the leaves on the tree doing? Can you show me what they're doing? They're bending over and shaking. Wow! Show me what a tree does in a strong wind. That's right. So let's look at our question again. What can a strong wind do? A strong wind can... Can you tell me one of the things that we talked about? One thing is a strong wind can blow our hair. Or it might blow away our hat. Or it can blow a flag. Or it can blow the trees and make the leaves shake. Very good. Today, we're going to read and talk more about what wind can do. Are you ready? Let's begin. In this unit, we've been learning about kinds of sentences. Do you remember the 3 kinds of sentences that we've learned? Statement. I am a teacher. Exclamation. You did a great job. Command. Please do your homework. Did you know there's another kind of sentence? You already know it. Do you know what it is? Ta-da! It's a question. That's right. A question is a sentence too. What do we put at the end of a question sentence? We put a question mark. That's right. Very good. Now, we already learned about some question words. But now let's talk about a different kind of question. In fact, this kind of question can be answered with yes or no. This question will start with do, are, can, or is. Let's look at an example in the purple box. Do you like to be outside in a storm? Oh, a storm is a very dangerous kind of weather. It has rain and lightning and wind. Do you like to be outside in that kind of weather? The answer is no. Now, we can answer this question by saying no and then repeating part of the question. Watch. No, I don't like to be outside in a storm. Can you say that? Do you like to be outside in a storm? No, I don't. No, I don't like to be outside in a storm. Let's look at a yes-no question with can. Okay, this question will start with can. Can you swim? Can you swim? Yes or no? Maybe you said, yes, I can. Or you could repeat part of the question and say, yes, I can swim. Or maybe you can't swim. You would say, no, I can't swim. Let's look at a yes-no question that starts with are. For this, we are asking you. Are you a girl? Are you a girl? Yes or no? If you're a girl, you can say, yes, I am a girl. But what if you're a boy? What should you say? No, I'm not a girl. Let's look at one more question. This one starts with is. We can use this to ask about other people or things. Is she wearing blue? Is she wearing blue? Is she? Maybe she's not wearing blue. We can say, no, she isn't. No, she isn't wearing blue. But maybe she is wearing blue. What could we say then? We could say, yes, she is wearing blue. Very nice. Now let's look at our practice. Practice page 6.5. No, he is not. Remember, some questions, but not all, some questions can be answered with yes or no. These questions start with do, does, is, are, or can. We use no and not to have a negative answer. That means if we're not, we can use no or not. For example, are you 10 years old? No, I am not 10 years old. We use not. Means negative. Now let's read the question, look at the picture, and then say the answer. Okay? Number 1. Is he wearing a hat? Look at the picture. Is there a hat on his head? No, no hat. How can we answer the question? No, he is not wearing a hat. Let's look at number 2. Does he have a coat? Does he have a coat? Look at the picture. Does he have a coat? No. What can we say? Let's write no. And then he does not have a coat. What's the answer? Does he have a coat? No, he does not have a coat. Number 3. Is she wearing a sweater? Look at the girl. Is she wearing a sweater? No, she is not. It's hot outside. No, she is not wearing a sweater. Number 4. Can she see snow? Can she see snow? Look at the picture. I see a sun. I don't see snow. No, she cannot see snow. No, she can't see snow. Very nice. All of the answers were negative. They all had no or not. Now it's your turn. Ask a partner a question about one of the pictures. Have the partner give a negative answer. For example, you might say, is it raining? That sentence starts with is. Is it raining? No, it isn't. No, it's not. Or you could ask a question about this. Is it a boy? Is it a boy? No, it isn't a boy. Okay, your turn.
It's time to read our story again. I face the wind. Are you ready? Don't forget to make inferences. Think of what you already know about science and the wind to help you understand what we're reading. Let's take a look at the first 2 pages together. Open your Reach book to page 78. Have you ever felt a strong wind? Your hair blows away from your face. You could lose your hat. You may even have to walk at a slant. What does the strong wind do to the girl's hair? What do you see in the picture? Is her hair going straight up and down? What do the words say? Hair blows away from your face. It's blowing her hair backwards. The wind is very strong. Now, what do you see here? I read that the wind is blowing. The words tell me that the wind is blowing. Now, have you ever had to lean forward like this when the wind is blowing? I know that sometimes the wind is so strong that I need to lean so that I don't fall over. So what does that help us understand? I already know the wind can be strong, so I know that's why the girl is leaning. The wind must be very strong. Have you ever heard this word slant? To walk at a slant? That means to lean forward as you walk. Let's take a look at what else the wind can do. You can't see the wind, but you can feel it. And you can see what wind does to other things. It makes flags stick out straight and flutter. Can you name some things you see wind do? Now, remember, we can't see the wind, right? But what can we see the wind do? Here it says that the flags stick out straight and flutter. That means they move in the air like this. Have you ever seen flags do that? Now, do you have your book open to page 80 and 81? You can take a look at the pictures. Has the wind ever done this to you? Curl all around you? It feels like the wind is blowing all around your body? What would happen to these flags if the wind was not blowing, if the wind stopped? Would the flags still stick out and move in the wind? No, the flags would probably go down flat. They would hang down. So the wind helps the flags to stay up like that. All right, let's take a look at our next page over here and see what else the wind can do. Go outside and watch. Leaves on trees shake. A kite stays in the sky. What else can the wind do? What else do you see here? Look in your reach book and look together with me. What do you see that the wind can do? Well, the wind seems pretty strong, doesn't it? It looks pretty strong to me. I see leaves shaking on a tree. And does the kite fall down? No, it can stay up in the sky. Where do we need to be to feel the wind? Look at one of our key words in yellow here. Outside. We need to go outside to feel the wind. What else can strong wind do? An umbrella turns inside out. So I read that the umbrella turns inside out. What does that mean? It means that it bends the wrong way. The umbrella should go this way, but it's turned that way. That's not the right way that an umbrella should bend. What do you know about strong winds? I know that the wind can be so strong that it can do that to an umbrella. So what can we infer? Can we make an inference? I read that the umbrella turns inside out, and I know that wind is very strong. So I know that the cause is the strong wind, and the effect is the umbrella turning inside out like that. That's pretty amazing. The wind is so strong. Let's read about what we could do to see air or to see the wind, to catch it. What is wind made of? Wind is made of air. You can't see air, but you can catch it. Here's how. Number 1, open a large plastic bag. Make sure there are no holes in it. Number 2, pull the bag through the air so it puffs up. Number 3, twist it closed to trap the air you caught. Number 4, squeeze the bag to feel the air. Have you tried this at home with a partner? It's pretty fun. Now, what do you do first to catch the wind? First, you need to open the plastic bag. And what do you do next? Pull the bag through the air. And what do you do last? You squeeze, you twist it closed, and then squeeze it to feel the air. That's called the sequence. Remember what happens first, next, and last. What did you read about the bag here? Let's take a look at our story. I read that you can catch air in a bag. Have you ever put something in a bag before? I know that I can put things in a bag like my lunch or some things that I buy at the store and carry them in a bag. So what can you infer? What can you think about what you already know to help you understand this page? Well, I know that I can put things in a bag to hold them. So I can also put air in a bag and catch the air. That means I'm holding air in a bag. That's pretty cool. Let's take a look at the next 2 pages and see how else we could make wind. Are there other ways you can make wind? Blow air out of your mouth. Wave your hand in front of your face. Be an inventor and make your own kind of air movers. Now, do you know what it means to be an inventor? An inventor is someone who thinks of something new. So you're an inventor because you're thinking of a way to move the air. What is the girl doing here? She's blowing air out of her mouth, out of her cheeks. How do the pictures help us to understand that the air is blowing out of her mouth? Do you see these little dotted blue lines here and here? Those are to help us understand that that's air coming out of her mouth. That's pretty cool, isn't it? So how do you make wind using your breath? Can you explain to me how you do this? What do you do first? Blow air out of your mouth. Then take your hand and feel the air moving across your hand. That's pretty cool. We are inventors. We moved the air. Okay, let's take a look at how strong the wind can be. The fastest winds of all are in a tornado. These winds are so strong, they can lift a roof right off a house. One of the softest winds is your breath. Put your fingertips next or near your nose. Feel your soft breath. Now, have we tried this breathing activity? Have you tried it? Take your fingertips, that's the ends of your fingers, and put them under your nose. Now breathe out through your nose, not your mouth, just your nose. Did you feel the wind or the air coming out of your nose? It is not very strong. It feels very soft. How did it feel to you? Can you tell me? Very good. You can tell your partner how the air felt from your nose. Okay, let's take a look at the last page. Face the wind. Feel the push of the wind. Yay! How do you think the girl feels about the wind? How can you tell how she feels? I see her smiling. And the words of the story say, yay! Yay is a happy word. We say that when we are happy or excited about something. So the girl likes the wind. How do you feel about wind? Did you enjoy reading our story? I had a great time reading with you. We'll see you next time for more fun. All right, it's time to take out our Reach book and talk about our story. Remember, we've been talking about wind. So can you think about what wind is made of? Do you remember what we read in our story? Turn to your Reach book to page 94. Let's first look at question number 1. I hope you've been thinking. What is wind made of? What is wind made of? Think back to our story. What did we say? Can we see the wind? We can't see it, but it's made of air. The wind is made of air. Look at our second question. What happens when the wind blows? What can happen when the wind blows? What are some things that you've seen the wind do? The wind can do many things. One example, can you tell me? When the wind blows, something will... something. I can think of an example. When the wind blows, leaves on the trees will shake. What else will happen? Can you tell your partner something else that happens? When the wind blows, what happens? Talk about it with your partner. Then take a look at question number 3. Why might you have to walk at a slant, bending forwards, when a strong wind blows? Why might you have to walk like this? Slanted forwards. What might the answer be? You might have to walk at a slant because, can you think about it? Because the wind pushes you. You're trying to walk, but then the wind pushes you, so you need to walk at a slant to keep moving forward. All right. Now let's try to practice some questions that we might have on a quiz or a test. Now, when we're looking at questions, we can try to predict the answer. So first we read the questions. These questions are all about our story, I Face the Wind. Next, we try to think of the answer on our own. Then we compare the options and choose the best answer. So this is just an example of some questions that could be on a test or a quiz about this book. So when we look at the first question, we want to cover up the answers and see which one we think is the answer. Which is the fastest wind? Can you think of the answer first before looking at the possible answers? What do you think the answer is? Now, let's look at the 3 possible answers and choose the one that's closest to what you think. Which is the fastest wind? A, your breath, B, a gentle wind, or C, a tornado? What did you say? Did you say C, a tornado is the fastest wind? Then you are right. A tornado is the fastest wind ever. Look at question number 2. Let's cover up the answers and try to think of an answer on your own. What is one way you can catch the wind? What is one way that you can catch the wind? Can you think of a way? You got one? Okay, let's compare with these answers and choose the best one. On a flag, in a plastic bag, or in a tree? Can I use a flag to catch something inside of it? That would be hard. The flag is up so high. Can I use a tree to catch something inside of it? I think it would fall through the branches and the leaves. Can I use a plastic bag to catch something inside? I know I can put things in a plastic bag and close it. So I think I can also catch the wind in a plastic bag. What do you think? Yes, we can catch the wind in a plastic bag. Look at question number 3 with me, and let's cover those answers, okay? Let's put them here. What makes a kite stay in the air? What do you think? What makes a kite stay in the air? Did you think of your answer? Okay, let's compare with these answers. Is it the wind? Is it your breath? Or is it the rain that makes the kite stay high in the air? What was your answer? Was it close to one of these? What was your answer? Did you say the wind? You're right. Great job. You're going to do great on our next quiz.
In the story, I Face the Wind, we learned some things about air. Can you see air? No, we can't see it. but we can catch it. Our story tells us how. Open to page 86 and 87. We can see the 4 steps that we need to catch air. Let's follow the steps and write about how to do it. Okay, look at page 86 and 87. Here are the steps to catch air. Can you see the numbers? I see number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. What do the numbers mean? That means the order in which we should follow the steps. We should do number 1 first, then number 2, next number 3, and last number 4. Let's follow the steps and write what we do. So let's read the first step. The first step says, open a large plastic bag. Make sure there are no holes in it. Do you have a plastic bag? You can use a plastic bag like this one. Okay, first we need to open it. Did you open your plastic bag? So what did I do? First, I open a plastic bag. I'm going to write about that. Number 1, that's the first step. First, what did I do? First, I open a plastic bag. Okay, that tells me the first step that I do. First, I open a plastic bag. Now, let's look at the next step in our book on page 86. What is step 2? Step 2 says, pull the bag through the air so it puffs up. How do we do that? Like this? Okay, I can see the bag is puffing up. Can you see it? What did I do? That's step 2. Let's write what I did for step 2. 2. I should write that it's the next thing I do, right? So it's number 2, so I should start with next. I do what? I pull the bag through the air. Why do I do that? So it puffs up. Okay, let's review step 2. What do we do for step 2? That's right, the book told us that next I pull the bag through the air so it puffs up. Okay, that's fun. What should I do next? I should follow the steps in our book. We already did step 1 and step 2. What step should we do now? Let's look for step 3. Here it is. This step says, twist it closed to trap the air you caught. Okay, so we need to, after we pull the bag through the air, we need to twist it. Okay, let's twist the bag. Very good. Look, ooh, I've got some air. Okay, what did I just do? All right, that was step 3. What should we write for that step? We can write then, because it's the next step. Then I twist. Twist the bag. Why? I twist the bag closed to trap the air. All right, did you do it? Make sure you twist the bag to trap the air. I've got air. Very good. Now what do we do next? We go to step 4. Step 4. Squeeze the bag to feel the air. I can feel the air. Wow, I can't see it, but I can feel it. It's in there. All right, what did I just do? I did step 4. Let's write about step 4. Step 4, is it the first step? No, it's the last step. So I write last. What do I do last? I feel the air in the bag. Okay, now I followed steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. First, I open the plastic bag. Next, I pull the bag through the air so it puffs up. What did I do then? Then I twist the bag closed to trap the air. And what did I do last? Last, I feel the air in the bag. Very good. Now it's your turn. Follow the steps in the book and write sentences about what you do in your writing journal, just like I did.